Hey crypto friends, for those of you who are new to the channel, my name's Garrett and welcome to Altcoin Radar, the most realistic altcoin channel on YouTube. And today guys, I will be sharing a few of my personal all-time favorite blockchain gaming projects that I plan on holding for the absolute long term. And when I'm saying long term here, you guys, I'm not talking about, 3 to 6 months, all right? That's not long term holding, all right? I am talking about, at least 1 to 3 years, okay? Now, for those of you who are new to the channel, if you are interested in trading and would like to try out the same exchange that I use, feel free to go ahead and try out the MEXC crypto exchange. You can find a link to it in the description below this video. I love this exchange because one, it allows me to trade crypto futures very easily. In addition to that, they do not deal with all the same drama that like Binance and Coinbase deal with on a regular basis. In addition to that, I'm a huge altcoin nerd, so hey, I love trading all kinds of different altcoins and buying all kinds of different altcoins before a new bull market, and they have over 1,500 different altcoins for me to look into and buy, all right? So, all right, guys, it goes without saying that I am a huge fan of the blockchain gaming industry, and for good reason, too, all right? I mean, think about it. I mean, really think about this. The gaming industry itself is very huge, and as more and more of the traditional gaming industry gets on board with blockchain gaming, the space is going to grow astronomically, all right? Especially as regular people start to realize that they can earn free crypto just for playing, all right? Which is something that really doesn't exist in traditional gaming today. So with that said, here are my personal top 6 blockchain gaming projects right now, all right? So the first blockchain gaming project that I'm going to show you here today, you guys, is going to be none other than Gala Games, all right? And the biggest reason why is because of how large that they've grown in terms of community growth, especially since most long-term crypto investors know that there's a lot of money to be made in crypto projects that have a huge loyal following, all right? But that's not the only reason, all right? I'm also a huge fan of Gala Games simply because of how diversified their product offerings are. They literally cover everything from film and entertainment to the gaming industry, the music industry, and they even have, they've even got a metaverse, all right? So it's safe to say that their vision is literally on point and very diversified, all right, which is a very good thing to see, all right, because these are the types of things people want, all right? So let's go ahead and take a look at some price potential for this coin. Let's go ahead and take a look at some price potential because another big reason that I got into this coin is because I personally believe and think that it has the potential to reach, roughly levels of roughly a $2 billion market cap or more in the long term. So let's go ahead and take a look and see if it would be possible, all right? Now, as many of you know, I do this a lot in my videos, and the reason why is because, hey, I mean, my channel is all about altcoins, and I'm a huge altcoin nerd, and that's kind of what it's all about for me. So let's check this out. We can clearly see the current market cap is roughly around $346 million right now. So realistically, we are about, we'll go ahead and check that out. So if we want to get a $2 billion market cap, we are going to go ahead and divide it by 346 million, which is where it's at right now. And what do we get here? We get roughly a good 5.7x from where we're at right now. So if we go ahead and take the current price of 4 cents and multiply it by 5.7, we are going to come out with a good solid price of roughly 22 cents in the long term. If it were to reach levels of a, like I was saying, a $2 billion market cap in the long term. Now here's the thing, you guys. It can go a lot higher than that, and probably, to be brutally honest with you, as things grow in the long term, I personally think it probably will go much higher than that in the long term. It's all about speculation, though, because as you guys can clearly see, Gala Games has already reached, much higher levels than, much higher levels than 22 cents. All right. Sorry, what did I say? 22 cents, yeah. I mean, it's already reached levels of 71 cents. So realistically here, in the grand scheme of things, like the long-term grand scheme of things, I mean, this could go much higher than what most people think. I just want to see what the market cap was real quick before when it went to 71 cents. So if we take circulating supply, we'll just take roughly 6.9 billion tokens. Let's see what we get here. So we've got 6.9 billion tokens, and we'll go ahead and multiply that by 70 cents. And what do we get? We get for a market cap, we get about a $4.8 billion market cap, you guys. All right. So realistically, long-term grand scheme of things, this thing could go a lot higher than just 2 billion, you guys, in the long term. All right. It's all going to matter on how much growth they see in the upcoming bull markets. Okay. So realistically, I mean, in the long-term grand scheme of things, this could honestly reach levels of like 6 billion in the long term. You just never know. Okay. So keep that in mind. All right. But again, it goes without saying, this is one of my all-time absolute favorite blockchain gaming projects, okay? So the next gaming project here that I have on my list is going to be, let me go ahead and close this out. The next blockchain gaming project that I've got here for you guys is going to be none other than Nakamoto Games, okay? And if you're sitting there wondering why, then you really need to do some research on this one, because Nakamoto Games has literally been doing what many other P2E gaming platforms have struggled with, which is releasing games, okay? To this day, Nakamoto Games has literally launched over 100 games on their platform so far, with many more planned for the future as well, all right? In addition, they have all kinds of features and products as well, such as, obviously you can see here, they've got tournaments, they've got free-to-play games, they've got P2E games, they've got staking, they even have a metaverse coming, and they've got their peer-to-peer DEX as well. They've literally got it all, just like Gala Games does, you guys, all right? Overall here, for Nakamoto Games, it's definitely a blockchain gaming project to be watching, all right? It definitely is. And I could personally see this one reaching, at least on a very minimum level, okay, you guys? Very minimum level, $1 billion market cap in the long term on the low end, all right? So let's see what the price of this coin would be if it were to reach those levels, all right? So if this thing were to reach a $1 billion market cap, let's check this out, all right? So we will take a $1 billion market cap, and we will, no, that's 1 million. We need one more. There we go. 1 billion, and divide it by what it's currently at right now, like 24. We'll just call it 25 million. So if we go ahead and divide it by 25 million, we are going 1,000 million. Yep. We are going to get roughly 40x from where we're at right now, okay? And that's on the low end here, you guys, all right? That's on the very low end. That's only a $1 billion market cap. Imagine if it went to a $2.5 billion market cap like Gala Games did, or Axie Infinity or something like that. This thing is going to absolutely explode, all right, if that happens. So let's go ahead and check this out. We're currently at 33 cents at the time of me filming this video. If we were to go ahead and multiply that by 40x to a $1 billion market cap, roughly this thing could go to about roughly $13.20 in the long-term grand scheme of things. Guys, that is a huge gain, okay? I mean, that's astronomical, all right? So really keep that in mind when you are looking into projects like this, all right? So that does it for Nakamoto Games. Now, the next gaming project that I've got here on my list is going to be STEPN, okay? Now, I have a reason for this, okay? STEPN, for those of you who aren't familiar, STEPN is a move-to-earn blockchain game that allows users to earn crypto for walking, jogging, or running. And the biggest reason why I personally love this project is because in the long term, I'm hoping that projects like these will incentivize people to actually get out. I mean, literally get out of their house and be more active, which is honestly what we need for people in the United States. All right. I mean, we really do. In addition, it's super easy to use as well. Literally, all you have to do to use STEPN or to participate is download the app, find an NFT sneaker from their marketplace, link your cryptocurrency wallet to it, click the start button in the app, and start walking. I mean, that's literally all it is. It's literally that simple, and for people to be able to earn crypto just for walking, that is a pretty big deal in all honesty, at least in my opinion anyway, all right? But as far as price potential is concerned, I personally feel like this one could reach levels of a $2 billion market cap as well, just like Gala Games. And if it did, let's see what that one would be. So we are currently, as you guys can see, this one's got a pretty decent market cap already at $285 million, all right? So let's check this out. If we got a $2 billion market cap, and we go ahead and divide that by 285 million, what do we get here? We get roughly a 7x from where it's at right now, okay? So if we go ahead and take 47 cents and multiply that by 7, realistically, we could see this thing, if it goes to a $2 billion market cap, we could see it go all the way up to $3.29, okay? Now, it already has gone pretty high already, so realistically, we can already say that it does have the potential to go that high at some point in time. So realistically, if we were to go ahead and double this, if it were to double what it were to do in the last bull market, I mean, realistically, in the grand scheme of things, you guys, long term, again, as more and more adoption happens, a peak for a coin like this, it's not out of the question to reach levels of a $4 billion market cap or even five, all right? And if it did, it could reach levels of roughly $6.50 or something like that in the long term, all right? So again, that is a very, very huge gain from where it's currently at right now, you guys, all right? So as far as that goes, now we are pretty much halfway through this video, so we are going to move on to the fourth project that I've got for you guys. So next up, we have got Vulcan Forged, okay? Vulcan Forge is so cool. I love their artwork. I love everything about their artwork. I'm a huge nerd when it comes to stuff like this. I mean, especially cats, big cats, the Siberian tiger looking thing. That is just cool looking. But anyway, for those of you who are really big into fantasy, you will love the direction that Vulcan Forged took, okay? Vulcan Forged itself is an NFT-based game studio. All right, it's an NFT-based game studio, marketplace, and incubator with almost a dozen games right now, okay? I think they've got like 10 at the time of me filming this. And they also have a very large community as well. And they also have an awesome outlook into old school Greek Romanian fantasy as well, okay? And as of right now, the platform consists of, a marketplace, a DEX, and 10 play-to-earn games right now. Overall, this platform has gained a massive amount of popularity in 2022 and into 2023 as well, and definitely stands a very large chance to reach market cap levels of $1 to $2 billion in the future. And if that happens, well, again, you guys, as always, let's go ahead and check and see what happens here. All right. So we can clearly see if it were to reach a $2 billion market cap, and we go ahead and divide that by where it's currently at like 110 million. Whoops, 110 million. Let's see what we get here. We're about 18x from that point, okay? Again, you guys, these speculations are all on the low end of the spectrum, okay? So I'm not saying that they will stop here. I'm saying they could go here, but they could go much higher than this as well. But we're about roughly 18x from there. So if we were to take $4 and multiply it by 18, be roughly a $72 coin, which is pretty huge from where it's currently sitting right now, you guys, in the long-term grand scheme of things. But as you guys can clearly see, it's already reached those levels just like the last few projects that I've showed you. So realistically, if this thing keeps growing, we could see much higher levels than that, okay? But you just have to keep in mind that not every project does do well as it did in the last bull market, okay? And you just have to be realistic about stuff like that, okay? So keep that in mind. So realistically, in the long-term grand scheme of things, we could go much higher than $44, which is where I'm at with $72 right here, you guys, all right? So keep that in mind, all right? All right, folks, so we are almost to the end. Let me go ahead and close this one out. We are almost to the end, but the next project that I've got here for you is going to be Engine Coin and the Engine Network, okay? Now, here, let me go ahead and get out of here. Okay, so we got the Engine Coin and the Engine Network as a whole, okay, which honestly serves as a staple. Literally, you guys, it serves as a staple for a lot of blockchain gaming developers, since Engine allows game developers to tokenize in-game items to or on the Ethereum blockchain, okay, which is pretty darn huge when they are building various games and stuff like that. Outside of that, though, Engine basically provides an ecosystem of interconnected blockchain gaming products and their flagship offerings such as the Engine Network, which pretty much serves as like a social gaming platform where users can create websites and clans and chat and host virtual item stores as well, which is pretty darn cool, to be honest with you. So it's safe to say that blockchain gaming developers, they need this product. They need what Engine offers, okay? So it's not going anywhere, okay? It's safe to say that Engine has definitely shown its purpose in the blockchain gaming sector and has grown quite a bit since its launch, and I fully expect it'll grow even more. In fact, with widespread adoption, I could easily see this one reaching market cap levels of roughly $3 billion or more in the long term, okay? And if that happened, again, let's go ahead and check this one out, you guys. We can clearly see its current all-time high is roughly around, what do we got here? Like $4.20, somewhere around there, all right? So if we were to go ahead and take a $3 billion market cap, 3 billion, and we go ahead and divide that by 490 million, we get roughly 6x from where we're at right now. So if we take 6 and multiply it by 0.48, we're going to come up with a $2.88 coin. But we've already seen these levels, you guys, okay? We've already seen these levels in the last bull market. So realistically, we can, it's safe to say that we could realistically see this thing potentially going 25 to 50% higher than it did in the last bull market, all right? Since these predictions of, market caps are much, much lower than what they've done in the past, okay? So you have to keep that in mind, okay? So realistically, in the grand scheme of things, if it were to continue growing and it were to keep doing as good as it did in the last bull market and go even higher, we can fully expect that it could go roughly 25 to 50% higher, which could be around roughly, around maybe probably like probably around $6 to $8, somewhere around there. So realistically, in the long-term grand scheme of things, again, this is another very, very solid blockchain gaming project, you guys. All right, let me close out of this one. Now, as for the last gaming project on my list, we are going to go ahead with UFO gaming, okay? And many of you probably already know why, as I'm a huge fan of space-related games and virtual worlds and stuff like that. But besides that, you guys, this is your standard decentralized gaming platform with, with a lot of play to earn elements. I mean, there really is, okay? There's a lot of play to earn elements here, NFTs and DeFi stuff too, such as staking, for instance, all right? Now, at the time of me filming right now, they don't exactly have a game that's been launched yet for people to play like right now, all right? But their long-awaited flagship game called Super Galactic will be an RPG arcade action game, okay? So that's something pretty cool that I'm pretty excited about, to be honest with you. But overall here, you guys, UFO gaming aims to be a rich designed blockchain gaming platform that's pretty much set in galaxies far from our own, with unique in-game assets that players can actually own. And in my personal opinion, I can see this project, easily reaching heights of roughly $2 billion market caps in the long term, especially as they start releasing more and more updates to the public as well, all right? So let's see how high this one could go if it were to reach those levels of roughly $2 billion, all right? So we can clearly see this one's current all-time high is, well, a lot of zeros plus 5252. I think that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 zeros and 5252. All right, so let's go ahead and check this out. If this thing were to reach a $2 billion market cap, we'll take 2 billion and we will go ahead and divide it by its current market cap of roughly, we'll just say 55 million. 55 million. And what do we get here, you guys? We get roughly a 36x gain from where it's at right now. So if we were to take 36 and multiply it by 0.123452, 2135. I hate projects that have prices like this. We're gonna get a price like that, 4 zeros and then 7686, which is pretty darn high from where it's at right now. Like I was saying before, you guys, it's about 36x away. So realistically, this one's got some pretty darn good potential in the long term, which is again another reason why I am super bullish on it for the long term here, you guys. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and close this out. So here's the thing. Overall, you guys, there's literally a ton of solid blockchain gaming projects out there. There's literally a ton of them, all right? And, these 6 that I just showed you, these are literally just some of my personal favorites that I truly believe will take off someday. But if any of you have any questions about any of these projects, feel free to reach out to me on Twitter. I love helping people out. But other than that, you guys, that's going to pretty much do it for this video. So I will go ahead and wrap this one up. But again, before you guys leave, go ahead and make sure to subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a new crypto and altcoin video from me on a regular basis. And hey, with that said, you guys, thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the comment section down below of my future videos.